Yeah. What's that mean? I actually have three. I have three. I got my phone. Is it an iPad? Yeah, I use an iPad. Yeah. You're so hard. Hey, I'm rocking. Yeah. No, I'll leave that. What? Oh, yeah, there's that. Actually, that point of mark I was asking, you know, why it's harder to do.
Because it wasn't as good quality. And the other thing is you can see the faces here on this one. As opposed, yeah, whereas it's just a bunch of conversation. So this is actually better because you can see this. Anyways, we're 1 out of 6. My apologies.
Okay, so we will call this meeting to order as we were at 6:01. And this is a public meeting in regards to road closure application. So are there any declaration of interest or general nature thereof? Please declare it now. No declarations? Okay. We'll move on to number 3 of the agenda, the purpose of the meeting, which is 3.1 road closure application, Huihong International Investments, Inc. Madam Planner, if you'd like to give us the background, we'll go from there.
Just let me share my screen for 1 second. Oh. Okay, so thank you through you, Madam Chair. This is a public meeting under the Municipal Act for a road closure. The property subject to the application for road closure or the road allowance is located, it's to go to the property at 297 Escott Road or in that area is where it is. The portion of the unopened road allowance is between Broken Front Lot 12 and Concession 1 Lot 12. You can see on the map on the screen, this is the portion of the road allowance that's proposed to be closed. It's the little area shown in black. The reason for the request is because the applicant has bought a number of properties under their corporate name. And because of that, a number of the properties have merged in title. They've sold this portion of the property that you can see that my cursor is on right now. However, because of the merger, this original parcel that's an L-shaped parcel has merged with this and is not part of the land transaction. So the purpose for the road allowance closure is to allow the road allowance portion to be added to the property directly to the north, which would then facilitate a lot addition of this L-shaped parcel to the lands to the north. So this little piece of road allowance, what it effectively does is separate the parcels. So they need it to be able to reconfigure the properties into one holding. We've circulated the application. There's no concerns from operations with respect to this, no concerns from any other agencies that have been circulated. It's really, it has no potential to be used for a road in the future and serves the purpose of allowing the lot addition to proceed. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Madam Planner. Are there any questions for the planner? Go ahead, Councillor Maybe, and then Councillor Grow.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and through you. So this actual road allowance, if I read the report properly, is a wetland at the moment and will, as you mentioned, not be used as a roadway ever because of its location to other properties and possibly landlocked, as well as the wetland area, correct?
Yes, the lands are zoned as floodplain, so they couldn't actually be used, but with the location of the lands, and let me just show you a different screen share. These are the land holdings of the particular applicant. This is the portion of the road allowance. So this is required to be closed to allow this to be added back to the broader land holding so that they can manage their land holdings and sell this portion of the property. This is a broader picture. I think it shows it a lot better than the map clip that's on the bylaw.
Thank you. Councillor Grow.
Thank you. And to your worship, a couple of years ago, we were looking to do a well with the company that I guess is now selling this property. And that project was held up because the sale of land or something fell through. In any way, does this affect our putting a well near the Escott waste disposal site? Any agreement problems, anything? Have we pursued the well, the test well, I believe we were putting in their property? That's it. Thank you.
Through your worship, I have consulted with the director of operations with respect to this, and he's aware of this and has reviewed it. The area of land that you're talking about is in this portion of the property, I believe. And so there's still discussions ongoing. It's over here. This will not impact that.
Just wanting to, we had an agreement with the former for, the $1 a year. We had that agreement in place pretty much, except at the very last minute that fell through. So are we in any way jeopardizing that former agreement with this, or is that just to do with the sale of the land to a new owner? Are we pursuing that with the new owner?
Through you, Madam Chair, I can't answer the specifics of that. I don't know that information, but this application would be separate and distinct from any of those negotiations. However, I have consulted with the director of operations with respect to that, and there's no concerns with respect to this application.
Go ahead, Councillor Maybe.
Thank you, Your Worship. And to that question, during the sale of the land, the transfer would actually probably indicate that the wells are deemed township property and must be maintained in the sale of the property. I would say full disclosure in any real estate deal must comply to that.
I think you're confused, Councillor. Maybe this is in regards to a new well.
But that was to the question there.
Right. But I think the question was, did that agreement fall apart due to this particular land transaction or something similar to that?
I was actually asking, is there any, I know that technically they are separate items, but I would hate to think that the new owner would preclude us from entering into a negotiation as we had similarly done with this current organization.
So through you, I can't speak to any land negotiations that have happened in the past or contracts that may have been entered into. But this should not impact that because this application is simply for this little portion of the road allowance. So any other land dealings would still remain as they are.
Fair enough. Okay. Are there any other questions for the planner in regards to this application? Go ahead.
If I could just add that this is also on the committee of the whole agenda this evening, and notice was sent out in accordance with the Municipal Act and Township bylaws. So it was advertised for 4 consecutive weeks in a local paper, and there has been no public input.
Okay. I will ask the clerk to check to make sure there's no one on this meeting to put their input in. There are 0 attendees, so please have that noted, Madam Clerk. And then with that and no further comments or questions, then I will accept the motion to adjourn coming from Councillor Maybe, seconded by Councillor Foti, that the public meeting adjourn. All those in favor, please signify. All those opposed, and it's carried. And we are adjourned until the regular scheduled committee of the whole. Thank you.